What up, Joe McFo fam? It is another live stream day. We got Mark here, not me here at exactly 4 a.m. Oh my gosh. Good morning, Jordan. Good morning, everyone. That is scary, but I appreciate you coming on. I really, really do. Well, today we're going to be doing another Shadow Boxers style live stream. I think we're going to do something a little bit different. Instead of me just doing a regular action pose or something like that, I thought it'd be good to have a nice character moment between Kayla and Atana since they are adopted sisters. I thought that would be rather cute. So we got Kathy in the house. What's up, Kathy? Appreciate you coming on. Let's get into it. But before I do, I almost got started drawing, and then I realized I don't have music playing. So let's get that going. Play it real simple and simple like, and we'll try this song. I don't know what song. Oh, Kathy's here. What's up? I'm not Kathy. Sorry, Megan. Megan is here. I apologize. Good morning, Mark, and hi there, Joe McCone fam. We got got a cool surprise here. Megan got married, and I was there. I seen it. I seen it with my own eyes, and so super happy for you. You just playing. I can actually. Oh, there we go. My volume was low, and also the song is not right for this. Okay. Let's see. Manette's here. Hello, everyone. We got Janet here. Congrats, Megan. Yeah, it was a beautiful little service, and I will say this: the music that was played was all inspired by The Legend of Korra and Avatar: Last Airbender. And to that, I say, hydrate. Right. So super excited for you, my friend. Man, none of this music is working for me. All right, there we go. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. So, like I said before, we're going to do a sisterly moment between Kayla and Atana. And I don't know how far we're going to get in the stream. I'll be honest, today I was feeling kind of lazy. I legitimately did not get out of bed until about 11:30. And that's very uncommon for me. I'm always up super early, like 8, 9, especially even on weekends, you know. But yeah, today I was just like, no, I'm not feeling it. So we're just gonna chill here. Hopefully everyone had a good week. If you guys are in final, well, actually, who is in finals? I expect Janet, you're probably in finals, right? How are you doing with that? You struggling? You surviving? Holding in strong? I know Kathy's also in finals. I'm sort of in finals, but not the way that a lot of you guys are because I'm the teacher now, so it doesn't work quite the same way. I just have to grade it. All right, so right here. So what I'm doing, I'm just putting a quick lay down of Atana sitting down, and then Kayla's going to be in front of her, and they're just going to be braiding each other's hair. So I don't have sisters, let alone siblings, or I guess that'd be backwards. I guess siblings, let alone sisters. But based on what I've gathered, sometimes y'all do each other's hair. So that's what inspired this. And also, I was looking through my my Dragon Prince art book right here, and the back they have all these like character drawings and stuff. And I was like, oh, this is it's a fun little character moment. So I was like, I can see that happening. Let's see. Jan asks like, yeah, me, I'm in finals. Kathy's in finals. Amanda's saying congrats to Megan. Yeah, still studying. Oh man. Panda Puffkin. Hey Jordan, it's Robin from Art Prop. I also had a late start by a guy at like 4 p.m. What's up, Robin? Thank you for coming on. And oh my gosh, 4 p.m. Do you work night shifts or something? That's insane. I don't know if I could do 4 p.m. Oh no, well, okay. I'll admit, one time I did get up at 6 p.m. when I was like 15, and it's because I stayed up super late, and it was a school weekend and everything like that. But for some reason, I just wanted to lay in bed, and I got like 5 or 6 missed calls from my dad and my aunt. They're like, "Are you okay? Like, what is going on?" They were worried about me, and I was like, "I just woke up," and they were like, "Dude, what the heck? Like, come on, man, can't be doing it like that." But what are you gonna do? I'm pretty sure I was very tired in school the next day as well. All right, so let's let's have Kayla Hunchman over like that. I wish I had like a actual like model to go off of for this. I'm kind of just making it up. I feel like Kayla should be doing something with her hands. What should Kayla do with her hands? Anyone got suggestions? And if you haven't figured it out, this one's going to be Kayla. This one's Atana right here. Amanda says, finals are the best for teachers. You know, it's funny because in the program that I'm teaching in, there aren't really finals the same way. I mean, we have a final project, but that just simply means it's the last project of the semester, not that it's going to be graded higher. Because what ends up happening is you have students who don't do enough work throughout the rest of the semester. And then when it comes time for the final, then they want to throw in all the stops, right? And it just messes everything up. But if you have everything like worth the same amount, then they have to put that effort in all throughout the semester. So that's kind of how that works. So that's kind of doing braids right here. That knee's way too high. Honestly, I'll be happy if we can just complete this one drawing. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna keep it chill. I've always just been a vampire. Oh man, okay. Playing with phone. You know, I am still trying to debate. I'm still figuring out whether they should have phones and social media and stuff in this world. I'm not really sure because I don't want it to be so easy where they just automatically could just call someone when I want them to have a face-to-face interaction. Although I will say this, I've been watching shows, like drama shows and stuff, and there's one I like called All American, and it's hilarious to me how short some of these conversations are. Like there was a situation in one episode where they're like, "You call me here, make it quick," and the conversation, I kid you not, is about 52 seconds, and then they leave. And it's like that really could have been handled in a phone call. You know, like I didn't have to go all the way across town in order for you to make your point. I get it. That's what my ear. But yeah, so maybe I could give her a phone. We'll see. Kayla strikes me as a gamer. Maybe she has a handheld game or something. That's not a bad idea. If this is during or after phone era, then phone or video game controller. So the thing is, this is, well, technically it's kind of futuristic, but it's not on our Earth, you know. So it's a whole different world altogether. Oh snap! Look who's here, Mara Arts. Appreciate you for coming on. Maybe fiddling with or making something out of rope or string. That's not a bad idea. Done with all my final projects. Now it's just exams. I'm definitely in the middle of all my final projects. Oh, I feel sorry for you guys. Maybe she can also be playing with the doll's hair. I think Kayla's a little too old for that, but that would be cute. So it's kind of like a domino effect. Eating something. Oh, eating something. You guys are coming with good suggestions. So you got eating, you got the doll, and then we got a game. The game does make sense. I could see her being a gamer. I could see that. Yeah, I think Kayla's well, okay, you tell me. I've never been a 12-year-old girl, but do 12-year-old girls like actively play with dolls? This is a legitimate question. I genuinely don't know. You speaking of Avatar, did you see the new adult gang? Wait, what? When did it? Hold on a second. Okay, I don't care how much I gotta hydrate for this. Hold on. Okay, you gotta guide me to it. Are we talking about? I'm talking about this. These have been out for a while. This is an old drawing. So is this what we're talking about? Because I need to know. Yes, the gang. A time needs to be yelling at her to stop moving her head. Oh my gosh, that's very real. I used to get my hair braided as a kid, and that would be me. I'm very tender-headed, and that's part of why I don't have my hair very long because it's just the hassle. Not really at that age. Okay, so no for the dolls. Yeah, I kind of figured. There's new ones. Apparently, a whole new series coming. I wasn't really a doll person growing up. No, Aang doesn't have a beard yet. Hi, all from Farmer Fox. What's up, Farmer Fox? Thank you for coming on. And the new art. Okay, so where am I supposed to go? I'm trying to figure out. What year is this? 23. What is this? Adult gang movie. Who are these people? I don't know who they are. I know it's not Saki and Katara, right? There's no way. Okay, I don't know. I don't know where I'm supposed to go for this. Nope. The new gang they just released days ago. Okay. I don't know how to show this. Give me a website I'm supposed to go to so I can find it. I would love to show it on the stream, but I don't know where to go. So just tell me in the comments. She could be trying to look at her hair in progress with the mirror. Oh, that's not a bad idea either. Oh snap, Clara's here. Hi everybody, gonna hang out while working out more Moulin Rouge fan art. Yes, you do that. I appreciate that. Wait, let me see. We got. Oh wait, Kathy just sent me something. Is this having to do with the stream? Oh, this is sick. Okay. Oh, okay. This is what y'all. All right, I've seen this one before. Okay. Hold on, let's pull it up. This one. This one right here. Yeah, this looks cool. Zigo's got the long hair. And I kind of like beard Aang, but this looks cool too. Sokka's looking dope as always. Katara. Yeah, everybody's looking so fresh. I can't wait. It's gonna be so cool. It's gonna be so cool. Check your Facebook. Okay. Google Avatar sequel film. It's supposed to be drawing, guys. We're getting a whole tangent here. Avatar sequel film. Yeah, somehow I didn't think this was gonna work. Yeah, but no, I'm super excited to see. Okay. Maybe. You know what? Let me pull up a quick reference of something. I think I know what I want to do. There's a certain expression I think Kayla should have. Yeah, here we go. One thing, so if you're getting your hair braided and you're tenderheaded, one thing you'll start to do is probably cry. And I'm not kidding. So maybe Kayla's like, oh my gosh, the stress of it all. But I also like the mirror too. Or she could be like clawing or something. Let me put a little game down here. And, you know, just put the mirror. And then give, I'll just kind of make her a little expression right here. This is gonna be fun because Kayla's only got 3 braids, and she got a lot of hair. See, so Mara's like, tenderheadedness is real. Yes, it is. It's the worst thing ever. You hate life. Honestly, you regret every decision you've made. You're like, I just want to cut my hair off. It's the worst. Try not to cry because she wants to prove she's grown up. Yes, that is true. That is so true. Especially and when you're a young boy and you got and you're trying to, you know, be masculine and stuff, and you're like 8 years old. I swear, my mom hired someone to braid my hair, and I swear she was trying to pull the hair out of my scalp because it was that painful. I was like, I'm only 8. Oh my gosh, it was brutal. It was brutal, y'all. So, yeah, some of you guys have told me before, why don't you grow your hair into an afro? I guess there's some sort of novelty around that or something. But that's part of the reason why, because I didn't have to deal with that. Not that I have to get my hair braided, but you know, picking it out and doing all that stuff, that's just not fun for me. I don't like it. So I keep it nice and short, nice and simple. Let's see how I act this out. Just heads up for this. Okay, so I have to turn. Don't mind my my acting, guys. I gotta figure out how this will work. Gotta stretch her neck. And then I'll have her hand way down here, like she's yanking. Okay, I ain't gonna be happy today. She's usually got the smiley face. Not today. Your drawing reminds me of Nani and Lilo from Lilo and Stitch. Oh my gosh, that's funny. I love those characters. Might be the roundest of the figures. Love it. I'm so glad you do. Maybe playing a game on the phone. Took years for me to get over crying in the braiding shop. Shoot, the fact that you actually got over it. I heard cornrows hurt too. It really can, because if you want them to last a while, you have to do things really tight. And so especially if your hair is shorter, right? So if you have longer hair, I imagine it's easier, but you still have to pull because it's going to be attached to your scalp. So when it's loose, it's not really a big deal. You just kind of make sure it's tight here, and then you just let it flow. But if you're getting cornrows, yeah. As a matter of fact, I hated it so much because it hurt the most back here at the base of the neck, and I couldn't turn my head. Like if I were to do this, the hair would start. How do I describe this? It's like this. I can draw, so I'll just show you guys. So if you have a person's head and you have the cornrows, right? At a certain point, like right here, this point, this is where it hurts the most, because you still have to have things that, like, you have to have it attached before it becomes loose. And at this point is the worst, because if it's too tight, you can't bend your head down. So I would literally be turning my head like an owl, like this. It was the worst. It was the worst. Well, you don't have hair to draw her in. Wait, you don't have to draw her in show hairstyle. She could be trying another look out. That's true too. That's a good idea, actually. So maybe at times asking her if she's okay, and Kayla's just sniffling, says she's fine. Cornrows hurt the most, in my opinion. Yeah, it's brutal. It's not fun. I don't envy y'all at all. We could do more. Either way, it's fine. Okay, let's do this. Let's give her some feet, though. She's gonna need a leg and a foot. Don't worry, guys. I'm gonna sketch over this. It's just me being loose. Me being super loose right now. So for those of you guys who, well, this goes for everybody, but especially for those of you in final season, are you guys doing anything fun for the summer to celebrate? Are you guys going on a trip? Are you guys eating a bunch of junk food? Are you going to start a new program or something? I personally, I want to take kickboxing classes. It's been something I wanted to do for a while, and I've been so busy because I have like 48 jobs at any given point. But since school's going to be out, and I only really have to worry about a much smaller portion of my schedule, I want to start doing kickboxing. Not quite as fun as vacation or anything, but I figure if I'm creating a show or a project called Shadow Boxers, I never take the fighting class before, it's probably kind of weird. So, so yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I don't think a ton's getting your goggles in this one. So let's see. So right here at this stage, I got the basic look of the poses, but now I'm just going to go in a little bit more fidelity, I guess you could say. And we're going to get a little tighter. I think we'll just label this or call this piece "Stop Moving." That's another thing. I always hate when people said that, because when you're moving it, you're reacting to the pain typically. and so it's like, stop moving. It's like, shut up. But you can't tell them to shut up, because they are responsible for the look that you're going for. And there was a Calvin and Hobbes comic where Calvin was getting his hair cut, and the barber goes like, "How's that?" And he's like, "Oh, it's fantastic. I love it." And then he thinks to himself, never insult someone who's putting a razor to your head, or something like that. It was great. I'm taking my grandma to see the sea turtles lay eggs in Georgia. That's my summer trip. That could be fun, baby. I don't know anything about turtles laying eggs, but fun, cool. Graduating Friday. Woo woo! Congratulations, my friend. Then I'll be taking a vacation, missing y'all for 2 weeks. That is unacceptable. You will be expected to attend all the live streams, nonetheless. Proflu, maybe you could be in the next Creator Clash. It's a boxing event for YouTubers. I want to find a boyfriend, but I don't have control over that. But other than that, I'm probably going to hang with my California friends a lot and then work on getting a better workout routine. Workout routines are definitely a must. I actually just came from the gym a couple hours ago, and I hadn't been in there in a couple weeks, and I felt so weak. So you gotta be consistent. Okay, let's get this. Okay, so that's 2. Just making sure I got Atana's proportions right. Actually, pretty close. I'm using something called the 8-head cannon, which is my go-to. Okay. Atana used to be a lot skinnier before. She had a really thin frame, but I kind of like the fact that I gave her a larger rib cage. She's still, rather small, but not like she was. Like before, she was like half the size she was now. I know that exact Colin Hobbs strip. It's a good one, right? It's so awesome. Lauren once told me that if I was a Hunger Games for RISD faculty, I would win. Oh, that's pretty awesome. That is really, really cool. I wonder what I would be. I think I'd at least stand a little bit of a chance. I don't know if I make to the final round, because for me, I just don't like seeing people get hurt. So I'd be like, oh, like you could probably throw someone on the ground, building the lines, and I'd be like, no, let me help you, and then slash, done for. Fun fact: the guy who Control Alt deleted Rue. I don't know if you're allowed to say the K word on YouTube. I'm not really sure how that works, but I actually went to school with him. I remember watching it in theater, and the dude threw the spear at Rue. I was like, "You jerk!" And then I was like, "Wait, I've seen him at school." I would kill first, not like Katniss and go hide in the forest. No, I think Katniss made the smart move, because that's like they literally had that strategy. It's like that's the bloodbath right there. So I would do exactly what Katniss did. Like, let y'all take care of that. I'm gonna grab my water, grab my bag, and I'm out. Actually, don't know. I gotta look at Kayla's design again, because I'm not 100% sure how this design looks. Let me pull it up. Just need to see how her braids look. I don't think I gave her an end to it, so they kind of fall back into the afro puff, but that's okay. None of that was super necessary. Okay. So now let's get her legs. I don't know where Jaden is. Maybe he's in the barbershop somewhere. By the way, I was thinking of doing like a barbershop type series, because there's so many. It's such a cultural moment, especially for Black people. Like being in the barbershop is something that I think I want to kind of help define for my project. Jordan is the PETA of the Hunger Games, using his art skills to camouflage into the forest. That sounds like me too. That totally sounds like me. I would definitely be hiding under those rocks and be like, I'll just stay here. The Coming to America barbershop, kind of. I have an idea. I'm not going to say it right now, but I have written it down, and it's definitely on my mind. So, but it's going to have that type of influence, I think. So we're braiding hair, doing this. So, okay. So let's put our hands right next to each other. Maybe I could have this one be further out. Oh, that's not the right brush. Yeah, I want to start. I want to start doing moments with the characters interacting a little bit more, because it's fun doing those action poses. Like I want to use those as stickers and things like that. But realistically, seeing them interact is how we get to see the characters really shine. So I definitely want to work more towards that. Okay, so Tana's knee is going to be like up here. And then, well, let me see. I'm looking at a drawing that has a similar pose, but it's backwards. Gotta get your reference however you can, though. And that's going to be your foot, lower leg. Probably won't be able to see her other shoe so much. Okay. All right. All right, then we can get Atana's hair going. I really like Atana's hair. I really do. If you couldn't tell, I definitely studied Tarzan when I was doing her hair, because one of the things about it is it's so it's complex, but you can't draw it like it's complex because it's going to take you forever. And that's the challenge with a project like this, because I have so many ideas and I want to have all these patterns and details, but I got to pretend like I don't really have them just for the sake of my own sanity. That's actually why I had to redesign Atana and Aletha a little bit, because they were a little too complicated for my taste. And I was dreading the act of drawing it. I went to an air show today. I got sunburned. I am so sorry to hear you got sunburned. I'll be honest, I don't know what that feels like. I've heard it's really bad, and I don't envy you at all, but I don't know what that feels like. I really don't. I remember there was one kid in my school, his name was Charlie, and you could just touch his skin and everything. Like he had really reddish pink skin. You touch it, and then suddenly all the blood vessels would just go like, and then come right back. It's like, and that dude, one day we had ditch day in the 5th grade, and his skin got so burnt. I felt horrible for him because he just wants to enjoy the sun, and be a kid, and the sun said, "Nope, you must be weakened." All right, let's try. Do this. Gotta get a concentrated look. Maybe I should tilt Atana's head a little bit just to create contrast. I'm not sure. Oh no, she might be okay. She might be okay. Kayla's definitely gonna have to have a tilted head. So let's get her looking. Okay. Get the rounded off chin. I think her eye's probably in the wrong spot. Something about this also feels a little off. I wonder if it's just her 3 strands here, or 3 locks. Maybe your head's too wide. Maybe that's it. I tell you guys every stream, drawing is really live, just trial and error. You try something, see if it works. If it doesn't work, fix it as best you can. And that's why I stay so long in the sketch phase. This is where all the hard work is really done. This is where you start. I think this is where you get the most satisfaction in a lot of ways, because you're like, I finally got it. Now I can kind of chill when it comes to line art, although that is difficult too. Then color, because I already have the color sheet, that's not really going to be a problem. I may or may not get to it in this stream though. You will see. I'm not going to promise anything. But oh, speaking of streams, this is the 29th live stream on this channel, which I'm super excited about. And you guys, I would say 90% of you guys have been there from the start. I really appreciate all of the support that you've given this channel. But for the next one, the 30th, I remember a few weeks ago we asked about this, or I asked about it, and we decided we're going to do spider sonas of the Shadowboxers characters. So that's going to be next week. We're going to turn, I don't know how many characters, but we're going to turn some of them into spider sonas. And for those who don't know what that is, I'm preparing my water right now. It's basically where you create your character as a Spider-Man. So Javen's going to become his own Spider-Man, Kayla, Atana, Ishnu, whoever. We'll figure out which characters we're going to do, and we'll just do it like that. So I'm super excited, and that's going to be a lot of fun. All right. Clara says, wow, yeah, we're on 29. Can you believe it? I can't believe it. OMG, Spire Sonas are fun. Then you need to make sure that you're here next week. Gotta make sure you're here, despite the finals. Or just watch the live stream on replay. It's fine either way. But having you come here in live would be great. All right, so these might be a little small, so let's adjust that. Oh, that's not it. Yeah, gotta make it come towards us a bit. And she's got her belt right here. Okay. Oh yeah, she's looking pretty good. I'm liking this right now. I'm really digging this. Okay, let me change this song real quick. Let's do this one. I want to see Ishnu's haha old man Spire Sona. That would be fun. I actually was, as I mentioned Ishnu, I was like, that would be a fun one. Don't forget to like, guys. Yes, please like the video. Like the video. We're still at about 830 something subs, which is amazing. But we're trying to push it to 1,000, and then right after that, the next goal is 1 million. So if we can push the like button, that would help greatly. I appreciate it. Okay, so now let's get Kayla. So I think her face might be a little bit longer than I normally make. She's gonna be going like, you know, so jaw. You almost gotta make the face. I gotta go back to my 8-year-old mind. That's probably the last time I actually got cornrows. After that, I was like, screw this madness. This is too much pain. And then once I cut all my hair off, I was like, oh, this feels so nice. I like this. I feel wind, and I can turn. The excitement of being able to turn my head whenever I wanted cannot be matched. It was an incredible feeling. Her eyes might need to be a little bit smaller, but we'll see. I'm gonna have her eyes face slightly different directions. That way, it's like the pain's taking over, like, you know. Let's see. Get the teeth grinding. She doesn't look mad enough. She's not look mad enough. Let's try this. Neck. She's tilting, so that means her. Probably should have done this on a different layer. Oh well. Right, center line right here. And Kayla's still got a really small frame. I would say she probably still has more of a child's frame than anything else. Right, and then oh shoot, I need to remember her proportions. Kayla's proportions are the only ones that's different than everyone else's, so I gotta double check. Where's the height line? No. Is this it? Okay, so let me see. Kayla, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 heads. Kayla's 7 heads tall, with the Afro puff getting her about 7.5. So I would say 1, 2, 3. So 3.5 to the crunch. Okay, cool. That's all I need to know. 1, 2, 3. So I would say right about here. So I actually had the placement pretty close. Okay. Make her body pretty narrow. She does not have wide hips. That stream, I'm bringing a boat. Oh my gosh, yeah! Please bring a boat. Bring a boat. Bring any sea creatures that you want. Bring Nemo and Marlin and Dory and Crush and Squirt and all those guys. One more way that Jordan is like, short hair to feel the wind, and yes, that does mean to hydrate. That is true. That is so true. Although I came to that conclusion long before Aang came out. I will say this though, I've done one of those Enneagram tests with the Avatar world. I'll drink again, don't worry, I'll hydrate. But it basically tells you who you're most like in the Avatar world, and you guys know who I got? I got Aang. So your boy's the freaking main character, all right? So that's all I'm gonna say. How about them apples? I might even have this. Nah, I thought I had a screenshot of it, but I think I might have deleted it because it was a long time ago. It was back when I was still living in San Francisco, I think. So she's doing this. Let me see. So I should probably lower this shoulder then. Raise this one. It's probably gonna be clawing into her knees. Stop it, woman. This is ridiculous. Yeah, the game, and the mirror were definitely good ideas. But then, as soon as I thought about the pain she might experience of being tender, like, because Mara, you know how it is. Your hair is not too different from Kayla's texture, so I think that's probably even more relatable. So we'll have Kayla playing her game another time. Maybe when she's waiting for Javen to finish getting his haircut or something. We'll see. I should probably save this because you guys know how my streams go sometimes. Characters together. Let's just name the sister hair bonding. Or that's a weird title. Sister bonding hair salon. That's what I'll call it. Yeah, there we go. We can get Kayla's. Right, so I guess I could change up her design slightly. I can always make this more puff right here. It's tilted, so that's going to be this kind of angle. I wonder if there's a way I can communicate the stress in her hair, like just having it be a little bit more jagged than normal. Like, you know how, like, when cats get angry in an animated show or a movie or something, all the hair just stands up and they draw it a different way. So I'm thinking maybe I could do something like that here. I don't know if it'll work. Mara says, it was a whole ordeal with my hair, my face, exactly. Yeah, yep, I can imagine. I don't blame you. I do not blame you. In fact, we should make her hair a little more wild. Let's just do this. Yeah, you know what? Megan, you brought up a really good idea about just having a different hairstyle. We don't have to do a different hairstyle, but we can make it a little bit more unkempt. So maybe just make it a little more wild. Like she hasn't combed it, she hasn't braided, she hasn't done the thing. So I think that'll work. If I hadn't drawn a ton already, maybe I should have her lean back and tilt to the side like she's trying to get the hair out the way or something. Like, girl, what you gonna do with all this hair? It's a cultural thing, guys. It's a cultural thing. Can't even explain it. Kind of like how this is coming out, though. Yeah. Then looks like her game is gonna have to be redrawn. Let's see. Let's have her arm like that. Okay, so now we're starting to get that one braid in, and this is where it's on a. How does it look like a braid? I guess it looks something like this. I don't know. I don't braid other people's hair, so I'm just taking a guess how this looks. I do know the hair is going to have to tuck under like this, though. Or, yeah. Maybe I should do two. If I do two, that'll at least make a pattern. So one here, two, and then that's the one I'll have. There we go. What do you guys think so far? You think it's getting there? I think this is fun. Their heads might be a little on the big side, but I'm kind of okay with it. But let's just double check. A tiny bit smaller. I think I made a 3% difference just now. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Okay, since I'm majoring in graphic design, which doesn't really require traditional drawing techniques, so basically this semester is my last time taking technical art classes. It's kind of crazy. Wow, that's insane. That kind of reminds me of the time I quit calculus class because as a senior, I knew I was never going to take a math class ever again at art school. So it's kind of a joyous feeling when you don't do something that, when you stop doing something that is part of school that you know you're not ever going to need. Although I will say, because I love drawing so much, I hope that you continue to draw on paper or even on digital. But I understand. Annette says love their facial expressions. Okay, good. I'm glad you like it. Glad you like it. Definitely some sisterly bonding time. So yeah, she could be clawing into her knees. Let's fix this braid here. And then we're going to need to do the rest of Kayla's outfit. So her collar is going to look something like this. Oh, we can have Kayla's hoverboard over here too. She probably just took it off for the time being. I might need my reference for that too. Let's actually move these up a bit. Yeah, I definitely need to do more drawings like this. I'm having a lot of fun working on this one. I think I always just forget about this sort of stuff. They're also a little intimidating, but it's so much fun though. And we got this right here. Let's just rotate that. This is where Tana keeps her goggles. Things about the right size. Then the cloak. Whoa, that's not what I meant. Mar, I appreciate that. The vibes are immaculate and relatable. I'm so glad. I'm glad they're relatable. I'm sorry that you can relate to them though on one level, but everyone knows, especially Black girls. They know. They know what it's like. there's a comedian by the name of Tommy Davidson, I think, and he was talking about the press and curl and the hot eye and the flat iron and he made a sound effect. I don't think I could do it. He's like as soon as you burn the back of your neck, that feeling. Thankfully, I've never experienced it, but every Black girl I know has. And they say it's the worst thing ever. It's basically a hot iron on the back of your neck to straighten your hair. That's really it. So you guys can imagine what that would feel like. And again, it's a cultural thing. That's one thing I like about Shadowboxers is that because I am building a world with mostly Black characters, like there's a lot of cultural influences that I can put in that maybe not everyone understands or recognizes, but it's so true. So I'm really enjoying that aspect of things about this project. So I'm just gonna have lanyard doing this. Just got the puffy pants, probably about halfway up the thigh. So there, bam. And then just gonna have her other foot. I'm gonna do this. Maybe a little further back. All right. I'm thinking we're looking pretty good. I'm liking this so far. Got her wild hair. I don't think I've ever drawn Kayla looking this mad. She's never this mad. This is a unique circumstance. Okay. So I think I got, so just to back up, we got this loose sketch, figuring out their poses. I'll read the comment in a second. And then this one is getting a little bit more clarity on what their looks are. So now I'm going to do a tighter drawing. I don't think it's going to be clean lines just yet, but it's going to be tighter where we can figure out all the clothing and little things like Tom's armband, her gauntlets, and all that stuff. Mara's like, yep, when that gets a little too close to your head. Yep, that's what it is. Okay, he's like, so yeah, that sound. Mostly Black characters and Eminem. Haha. Oh yeah. So for those of you guys who don't know, there's an ongoing joke where we say that Shadowbox is pretty much going to have pretty much all brown skin or melanin colored people, and then Eminem as the as a representative. I don't know if that's off color or not, but I find it funny. Who knows? If I have a character in the show, maybe I can voice him. Maybe he'll do a Slim Shady voice. A weird high pitch, like, yo, Slim Shady. All right, let's do this color. Yeah, we're just gonna go in. Again, not gonna be super focused on getting super clean, but want to get tight enough where I shouldn't have any problems putting the line work, because that's usually where I kind of falter. If I don't do this next stage that I'm about to do right now, then sometimes it actually takes me longer to draw these things. So yeah. Yeah, Joy's laughing. See, isn't it kind of funny? Isn't it kind of funny? The token white character. Yes, kind of. I mean, realistically, in the rap game, up until I would say Macklemore came out, it was really just Eminem doing his thing. And now you got like, what's the dude? Jack something. What's his? Oh my gosh, I feel bad. I have to look it up now. Jack Harlow. That's what it is. Jack Harlow. Yeah. So now you got him. You got MGK, who, oddly enough, I don't even think he does rap music anymore because Eminem dissed him so badly. But yeah, it's kind of funny. Kathy's like, never get rid of that. Eminem off color, haha. Oh, I didn't even catch that. That's amazing. A drop of vanilla. Eminem is the Zoe Hauser. I don't know who Zoe Hauser is. I'm sorry. Let me look up who Zoe Hauser. Oh, from the Proud Family. Oh yeah, basically. So I think I'm gonna figure out how to make it work. I think it would just be hilarious. Just one of those things, because you always got the token black characters. You know, it's like, no, let's just flip that on its head. What would it look like if we did something else? Or like, what's the dude's name in Black Panther? Uh, oh my gosh, Agent Ross, is that his name? Agent Ross? I need to Google this. Yes, Agent Ross. Everett Ross, that's right. In Black Panther. It's gonna be a very similar world. I don't know if my Eminem spinoff will be a main character though. He might just be doing some other odd job. But if I did it, it would have to be like the old school Eminem. Like he'd have to be wearing the tank top and the wild expressions and stuff like that. He can't be the more tame version of him now. So yeah, it would definitely have to be like that. Okay, I think the cheek is a little too prominent, so let's back that up. All right, now let's get into the facial expression. Or you know what? Let me replace this Atana image real quick with one without her goggles, just so I know exactly how her eyebrows are. Will this work? Oh, that's not updated version. Okay, let's try this. Here we go. Here's the updated Atana without her goggles. And yes, I based some part of her look off of Zendaya. Don't at me. Not even ashamed. Okay, let's get your eyes. Okay, so she's gonna have this. Here's the reference I was using before. It's so doggone blurry. It's not even useful to use this right now. Maybe if I go. I'm trying to see if I can scroll down their Instagram feed long enough. See if I can find it. Okay, maybe their website will do it. You guys don't even know what I'm talking about. I'm sorry. I'm getting reference from a project called Teflon Funk, which I haven't read it, but it looks cool. It basically looks like this. And, oh wait, there's the image. Yeah, this is what I was looking at. And it's way better quality. Here we go. So I was like, yeah, that's the face. That's the face of someone in pain. So that's what we're going for. Jordan's OTP, Jordan and Zendaya. You know, speak it into existence. Speak into existence. I like Tom Holland, but not that much. No, just play. They actually are really cute. That was funny to find out Encanto, Alan Tudyk voices Toucan is basically the token white guy in that movie. I haven't seen Encanto. I'm sorry. I know Kathy's gonna get on me for that. I'm sorry. Is Nick Cannon the Adam of this world, as in Adam and Eve? Wait, what? I'm really confused. I'm sorry. I'm so excited to see her in Dune Part 2. I need to watch a Dune as well. I meant to watch that and then I forgot about the movie. I've seen her in Euphoria, but she's very different. Like, I gotta say, her acting range is out of this world. I'm actually surprised that she's the same person who played shoot, MJ and Spider-Man. And then all the Disney shows that she was a part of too. Okay, so let's look. Maybe she's got a little body pain or something. I would see people doing this. Probably need to rotate her head a little bit actually. So I'll just draw it right away for now and I'll tilt it later because that would make my life easier. Got that one strand, that one lock, just kind of sitting up at the top, and then the rest is going kind of like whoopee. Now, one thing about shape language that I tried to do with Atana's hair, so it didn't look weird, is I made it very clear that I don't draw her locks like this, like a Powerpuff Girl arm or something. What I try and do is I try and have it kind of flat on one side, and then I almost make this sort of triangle. It's more like this. Not all of them are going to be as perfect as that, but it makes it way easier to draw and better for design. Dang it, Jordan. Gasp no Encanto. Yeah, I hadn't seen it. I'm sorry. You can hate me later if you want. Hey Jordan, glad you're good. What's up, Brianna? Thank you for coming on. Glad you're here. Because Nick Cannon has like 10,000 kids. Oh, never mind. It's a bad joke. There's an internet joke that Nick Cannon is everyone's father. Oh, I've seen the one where it says that he is the one responsible for getting the population of the Earth up to 8 billion. I've seen that one. That one's hilarious. And then there's also one of my favorite ones is a line from the film Drumline. And intended to use the word line twice in the same sentence, but we'll move on. And basically, at the very beginning of the movie, he's a high school student about to graduate, and his dad is basically a deadbeat, and he works at Metro Station. And so he shows up, his dad doesn't even recognize him, and he just tells him, like, yeah, I got this scholarship, and blah, blah. And then he says the line, I ain't got a whole bunch of kids running around. And then it's like that clip of him saying that. And then with his current family, it's like, this didn't age well. So, yep. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Nick, but bro needs to stop. For real. I'm all for big families, but at some point, it's like, how do you adequately spend time with all those kids? How do you remember all those birthdays? And back in the day, I could see why people would do that because you're especially in agrarian society, you need someone to help you work all that land. I kind of get that. Now, it's usually not like that. It's typically not like that. We're kind of living in cities for the most part. Then again, I guess he could afford it, so I don't know. Who am I to judge? I'm not gonna pretend like I don't have questions though. So. So you guys see me doing the same thing I was talking about here. Just making it a little bit more pointed. Makes it look a lot cooler. All right, now I could probably get a little tilt in her head just a little bit, because you got to look at what she's doing. So that's why I'm doing this. There we go. And now that's kind of looking down like this. Oops, a little far. Not sure I like the lips that I drew on Atana just yet, but we'll keep going. We'll just see. We'll see how it turns out. I might change my mind later. All right, I think her neck is probably a little too wide, so let's bring that in. This is also a tricky angle right here. When her shoulder's kind of facing us. It's an awkward shape. It curves, but it's also kind of, yeah, it's a little awkward. But that's okay, that's what we got turnarounds for. Oh snap, Odie's here. What up, dude? Thank you for coming on. Appreciate you, bro. Yo, you also send some great memes, I gotta say. I get notifications every once in a while where Odie's just like, yo, check this out, man. It's excellent. Keep sending them. I could use a laugh during the days. Okay, so now let's get her on. Let me change the side because now I'm bored of it again. Try this one. Okay, cool. All right, make sure her arm doesn't feel too long. All right. There we go. Starting to feel good. Now let's get the belt or the buckle. And then we got a little diamond right here. This I'll just make it a little bit crooked, just so it doesn't conflict with the knee too much. Although this will have to change. And then she's sitting right here. The knee. Let's have the knee overlap the leg, just, or the knee overlaps the buckle a little bit. And then for her legs, her boots start about here. Her leg is broken. Okay, let's adjust that. Let's change that. The one curse of being an anatomy stickler is that when your limbs get broken, you really notice it. It's still not right. We just need some more overlap. Yeah, do that. Okay, and then we got her cloak. So that's going to be pretty narrow. Something like this. Did you just say great memes and not mention me? I'm sorry, Mark. I'm so sorry. I didn't see you in the chat. Odie just popped up. I was like, oh, mine's going. But you do send some great memes too. Thank you, Mark. I'm sorry for not mentioning you. Please don't be offended. People who know me well know I send a ton of memes too. I think Kathy can attest to that. I send the most memes to probably Kathy, my mom, and my fitness coach. I mean, there's more included in that too. All right, let's get a little neck collar thing going on. I'm liking how this is turning out. I really do like this. I don't think I'm going to do full line work tonight, though. Part of me thinks I need to let it sit for a little bit before I go really in on line work, just in case I miss something. Because something still tells me there's like one or two things I'd want to change. But I can still do a quick color rough at the very least. Mara says sending memes is a way of life. It's hard to stay caught up. Yeah. Well, here's my thing. I just look at them and I'm like, oh, this will be funny. Send. And so I don't consider how much that accumulates on the back end. And sometimes it'll be like, especially if it's my mom or something, it'll take like a week for her to respond to them. And I keep getting notifications just like one after the other. And I'm like, what is going on? And I look back, I'm like, oh, I sent this woman 20 memes. Oh my gosh. Okay, no wonder. And I start feeling bad. But then it's like an addiction. I can't stop. And like Mara said, it is a way of life. It's purely a way of life. Too meme or not too meme. So that's gonna be her deltoid. Bicep is here. Tricep arm overlaps here. Let's say this is probably where her gauntlet's gonna be. Elbow. And then her hand and fingers go like this. Something like that. Yeah, there we go, that's working. And then let's get a little bit of that other foot. It's going to be popping out right around this area. I will have you know that I am still here, always watching Wazowski. Wait, I gotta reread that. I will have you know that I am still here, always watching Wazowski. Always watching. I freaking love Monsters Inc., bro. I was Mike for Halloween in the first grade, fun fact. Sometimes during streams, I try to draw as well, drawing some heads today. Nice. You know, I was considering doing heads today too, because I was like, I legitimately didn't know what to draw until about 10 minutes before the stream started. I'm not even exaggerating. And that's why I was like, we're going to do a chill stream because we're going to figure it out as we go. And then Kathy suggested, hey, let's do a sister moment. Like, that's a great idea. Sister moments are cool. Despite the fact that I don't have a sister, but you know. Well, technically I have a god sister, but I won't bring her on. She's too young for these last streams. Not that we talk about it, anything that she couldn't hear, but she's like 10, so she'd probably be like, Jordan, let's do X, Y, Z. Like, okay. Let's get Kayla's design up. Here we go. This will work. She's so cute and angry. I feel like Kayla is probably one of those girls that is super sweet 9 times out of 10. But that one time you get her mad, she ain't gonna forgive you for whatever you did. For whatever you did. Okay. So let's get Kayla's face shape. She doesn't have a very heavy brow ridge or anything. She's still a child. Gotta have the little bit of baby fat in the cheeks. What age did baby fat disappear for y'all? I'm curious. For me, I think I was maybe 15 when my face started slimming down. But there were pictures of me at 14. I'm just like, So I'm real curious what it was for y'all. If that ever happened, maybe you kept all the baby fat. Who knows? Oh yeah, I'm working on my comic final project right now. Oh, that's awesome. You gotta show me when it's done. I would love to see it. For those who don't know, Mara's my protege, so she got special access critiques. Known her since she was a little baby, and now she's in college. I grew up so fast. Alright, so let's do this. Let's get those eyebrows nice and exaggerated. People aren't. That's not right. Trying to cut that off early, it didn't work. So one thing I really try not to do is show teeth that are really outlined unless it's a special occasion. This is probably a special occasion where I'll probably show a little bit of the gums and some outline for the gritted teeth. Usually I just kind of leave it blank like she has right here. Mid to end of high school, my face actually started slimming down. Okay, so you were a late bloomer in that sense. I'll be sure to send to you when I'm done. You better, or I'm gonna find you. I know where you go to school. I'm gonna find you. I always make a point to work on personal projects during the stream. Gotta structure out some time for the stuff that matters, because otherwise every little thing will come for your life, for your time. I said life for a second. That is true. One thing I've been trying to do for myself lately, guys, is be a little selfish, meaning like putting myself first. So sometimes that just means saying no to other people. I still have a hard time with that, but it's so true because honestly, if I didn't have Sunday night carved out for streams, it would be very hard for me to do personal work because I'm always so busy and tired. And so I look forward to these because I get to hang out with you guys and I get to work on Shadowboxers, and those are two of my favorite things right there. And it's all combined in one beautiful experience. So yeah, you got to carve out time for for your own stuff. Gotta do it, gotta do it. Let me tone down this one a bit. Never LOL. Though a couple years ago, sisters and I were looking through phones and realized we spent too much time in school hating how we looked when we actually weren't ugly and fat like we thought. You know, that is one of the stressful things about being a teenager. Like, you don't realize at the time how awkward everyone else is. I think we're so, like, especially when it comes to like things like crushes and boyfriends and girlfriends, that everyone's like, does this person like me? And we probably didn't have the best social skills at the time, and realistically, the people that we looked up to were just super awkward as well. It's a very rare breed of 16-year-old that is super confident and competent and in all the ways that they need to be by the time they're 20 or 23 or whatever. So I don't even know if it exists really, because yeah, I don't know, different breed, I guess. Okay, so let's give her her braid here. Separate that out. So I'm not going to draw. So braids, as you guys know, look something closer to this. I ain't doing all that. That's too many lines to draw, and I think it's rather confusing. So a lot of artists, when they're drawing braids or cornrows, will just simplify it. I got this technique from the Boondocks because Riley Freeman has cornrows, and they just did this, and I'm like, that's so simple. Well, I love it. So yeah, let's get that here. Let me get some hair like that. I'll have to figure out how to make it work with Etana during the final line art phase. Yeah, Kim's got a ton of hair. I don't even know what I would do with myself if my daughter had this much hair. I've seen dads. I've seen videos of dads like take vacuums and rubber bands and stuff, and they just like suck up the girl's hair and just make the ponytail super quick. It's really, I don't know how safe that is at all, but I find it really funny. But yeah, dad would do something like that. I would probably do something like that. Lazy people come up with the best solutions because they don't want to do the work. Like when I was a kid, there are two abilities I wish I had as a kid. One was the ability to stretch like Mr. Fantastic or Elastigirl or something, so I wouldn't have to get up and pick things up. I would just love to be like, "Ugh," and 10 feet across the room, I could pick up the remote or whatever. The other power was telekinesis. I'm not sure which one is more lazy for the example that I just gave. Probably telekinesis because you just think it, right? You probably don't even need the button. You probably just push the button way over there, like telepathically or telekinetically. Just like boom, that's all you need. All right, so we got Kayla. That's her frame right there. We have a collar. Got a pretty white collar now that I look at it. Alright, then come in like this. The jacket goes to about her belly button. No, it's higher than that. Maybe like the bottom of the rib cage around there. Probably gonna be covered up by her arm, realistically, but that's fine. Just need to indicate where it ends here. We got the glowy portion. Okay, then we got the shorts coming right around here. Her legs might be a little on the long side, but that's fine. All right, so let's get rid of this real quick, and now let's draw her arm. Mine was teleportation. I'd never be late, and I wouldn't have to actually move to get things. Well, if you could teleport just across the room, you might as well just get up and get it. Like you still have to move either way, but I guess it depends if you have to do a motion to teleport or you just think it and you teleport. I've wished for telekinesis too. I think everyone does. I think even with teleportation, I'd still be like, oh my gosh, why? What are you talking? What are you talking about? How's that even happen? That sounds like you just don't get ready on time type of problems, rather than a traffic problem or something like that. It sounds like a standing in front of the mirror, picking out an outfit kind of issues. Let's get a taper in her arms, get rid of that. I will say this though, being late is probably the number one thing I hate doing when it comes to interacting with other people. I hate being late. I will make it a point to be there 30 minutes early as opposed to being 10 minutes late. Like seriously, like everywhere I go. Because when I was a kid, my dad in particular, I don't know if he just didn't like being on time or he just didn't care or what it was. We would always be late. And I remember there was a period of time where I was getting a carpool to school. It was too far to take the bus because at that point I had done it before. I was fine with taking the bus, but I lived too far. And we had a friend of his whose son went to the elementary school of where I went. He would pick me up. And my school starts at 8. His son's school started at 8:20, and they're literally 2 blocks away from each other. So he dropped me off. It'd be like 8:15, and he did this for about 4 or 5 weeks straight. Every single day, I was late, and it got to a point where the lady at the front desk was like, "Jordan, this is a problem. Like, you can't just be late all the time." And I was like, "I'm 14. What do you want me to do?" It's like I don't have control over this. They know, and it was so frustrating. I really hated that time, but got over it. Ended up having a happy ending because I not only did I pass the 8th grade, but I got a master's degree. So I'm done with school, with the exception of teaching it. Or if I decided to take like a class, like a business class, or I don't know, whatever classes that you could take. Maybe a screenwriting class would be cool. But maybe I would do a workshop. I don't know if I would go to college for that. All right. I think these feel closer to Kayla's leg sizes. That feels right. And then I can. Oh, this actually feel right. Maybe this isn't the right spot. Maybe it's like this. I don't have photo reference, guys, so just work with me on this. Gotta figure it out. Maybe something like that. And then her hands just kind of clawing into her knees. I'd use the extra time I have that I don't need to commute and somehow still be late. Y'all, okay, that's just, y'all just pushing it. I aspire to that level of time awareness. When you get to be my age, you'll understand. We're a couple years apart. if we can pick a superhero's powers, I've always maintained that Danny Phantoms are OP. He can't teleport, but he can go invisible, phase through objects, and fly. Also, he has lasers for offense. That's pretty OP. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, the fact that he can fly and phase through stuff is it's not quite teleporting, but it's close enough. It's like the closest you can get. I call that dad time, 30-minute discrepancy from everyone else's time. One time, my aunt, I was visiting my dad in St. Louis, and my aunt decided to throw like a, not a housewarming party, but a little get-together party specifically for me. I was at my dad's house, and she lived maybe 20, 30 minutes away. We were 4 hours late to my own event because of him. It was so ridiculous. I'm like, you're kidding me, dude, really? And they all got mad, and everyone had eaten all the food, and people were getting ready to go, and all that stuff. And I walked in there. I was like, honestly, I'm so sorry. She's like, I know, baby, I know. It's not your fault. So yeah, I admire trying to be there 30 minutes early, but I don't know. It's always something. I just procrastinate everything. I procrastinate on other things, not necessarily being on time. That's not one of them. No photo reference, heathen, haha. Well, I do have a small little drawing reference from the Dragon Prince, but not a full-on photo reference. I mean, how often do you find a little kid sitting like this? I guess actually, you know what, I take that back. There's probably a lot of pictures of it. But no, I'm not using photo reference for this exactly. I'm just kind of winging it a bit. That's also why I'm not going to do full line art tonight on this, because when I take because I don't like looking up for reference while streaming. I imagine that's probably really boring for you guys, even if you are drawing and doing your own thing. I don't know. I think I would be bored if I saw that. So I try not to look for too many references while streaming. It happens though. Like, it's not like it's a rule or something. But gotta think about what's entertaining too. Here we go. I think this is starting to look pretty good. Okay, let's pattern on our shirts. Pretty simple like that. Don't want to make her hands too big, because then she's going to feel really old. So let's just roll this back. Then we got this little bit of the shoulder showing over there. Yeah, there we go. She's definitely clawing away. And then, oh, I gotta get her pockets and her lanyard. There we go. Actually, that's close right there. All right, this is not looking too bad. Not too shabby, huh? You can't get caught up on references. I used to hate when mom braided my hair, and no matter how tight she braided it, wouldn't last the day. Oh my gosh, the day? What were you doing? Were you rolling around or something? My goodness. Would it just come loose? Like, how does that work? I love that you have her hands gripping her knees. It really feels that way too. Good. I'm so glad. Yeah, I just thinking, usually when you're sitting in a chair, like a salon chair or barber chair, you're kind of clenching the arms of the chair. But because we're doing this on the floor. I was like, what's the next best thing? Her knees. So I'm like, she's probably gonna have a corduroy marks in there for about 2 days. Yep, and my back always hurt when my hair was getting done. Gesture spot on. Okay, good, good. I'm so glad you like it. For me, it was the headaches. Saying, oh yeah, the headaches. Oh yes, the headaches are terrible. Ugh. 11 watching, 9 likes. Support Kayla through her pain. Yes, more likes, guys. Come on, come on. There are some YouTubers. I'm actually pretty nice with y'all. There are some YouTubers who will literally stop the stream if they don't have enough likes. They'll be like, we got 400 people in here and 20 likes. We ain't doing this. They will play music and walk away for a minute and a half until they come back and be like, they look again, like, that's not enough, and they do it again until until people start doing that. So I don't even do that with y'all. So yes, Megan, thank you for keeping us on point. Hold on one second, guys. I'm gonna wait till the lights come up. I actually do have to close the blinds because it's starting to get dark. All right, cool. Let me check my own stream over here. Let me see what we're working with. Wait a second. My AirPods. That's my pause. I just got them yesterday, so I don't really know how they work just yet. I was kind of against AirPods because I've been known to get headaches with Bluetooth headphones, and so I was like, I don't know. But so far, I haven't run into any issues, which is kind of nice. So I'm liking where this drawing is going a lot. I really do. So let's save it first of all. Save it. That's important. And then I can go back into Etana. I did want to fix her face a little bit. Something about it just didn't feel quite right. Yeah, I want to do like she's biting her bottom lip a bit. And she got the bobby pins. Bobby pins, I remember they kind of had that squiggle. It's probably too big for bobby pins, but it's close to that. And then she probably needs an eardrum. Yeah, ears are important. And then she's got her little jewelry right here. What is the technical name for the jewelry that you put in your hair like this? I know there's a term. I just don't know if it's like a ring or like jewelry specific. Like, if someone knows, please tell me. Because this is my curse. Sometimes I just find things that I think are cool and just put them on my characters, and I don't do a whole lot of digging into what it's called. Because it's not like a science thing. It's just a detail. So yeah. Character pages. Let me go back to the current lineup. Now we can Kayla and Etana next to each other. And I also want to make sure I have the right number of locks on her too. I want to match as close as possible. It doesn't have to be exact. It just needs to feel like I'm not underdoing it. I think that's the key. Under or overdoing it. So I'll probably do this. This is probably this one. Gotta do a follow through behind that ear. Y'all already know. And then I would say, could be that one here. I don't know if it's that 1 or 2 pins, but bobby pins have one straight and one's wiggly side. I bet you've never needed them. That is true. I've never needed them. Okay, so thank you for that. So if it's a one straight, then let's just do this one. This one's already kind of straight. So see, research stuff is stuff I need. I appreciate it because y'all know I don't know. Thank you. That's one of the things I love about this channel and Art Prov. I've seen them do that on TikTok too. It's so annoying. I just dip out at that point. It's the small things. Wait, do art channels do that? I've actually never seen an art page do that. I've seen other guys do it. And by the way, guys, I don't ever plan on doing that. Just walking away from the stream for not having enough likes. I know you guys are doing other stuff. You guys are drawing. You guys have kids. You guys have boyfriends or whatever the case is. And I just appreciate you being here and supporting not only my channel, but my project, because this is something I've been working on for a long time. And it is, it's very intimidating for me to work on, I'm not gonna lie, mostly because I'm kind of teaching myself how to do a lot of stuff. I've never built a project like this before, or with that's this big. So, and with this type of dream, the specific dreams that I have. So every one of you guys who comes on the stream and does fan art or just says, oh, this feels so fun or relatable or whatever comments you guys leave is super appreciated. You guys really don't even know. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. It's a hair cuff, I believe. Okay, that's what they're called? Okay, hair cuff, hair class. Okay, hair cuff. All right, thank you. Hair cuff. I'll try and remember that. If I don't remember it, then remind me. My hair is so fine and slick, even though it's so thick. Wait. My hair is so fine and slick, even though it's so thick and curly. It doesn't hold. Okay, I'm a little confused. I thought, which one is it? Are those all synonymous and I'm just not getting it? It doesn't hold any form, and I lived in a cornfield with 27 dogs and 2 brothers, so yeah, my hair never lasted that long. You have 27 dogs? Oh my gosh. Y'all are like a third of the way from being the 101 Dalmatians. Or not, I'm sorry, 2/3 away. You can just call them hair accessories. I could do that, huh? I could. Hair accessories. All right, so let's get hair cuff right here. And let's just erase this right here. I don't really need to know what her hairline is right now. Let's make Kayla a little bit more stressed out. No, she looks old now. Never mind. Let me take that back. Now she looks like she's 80. An 80-year-old face on a 12-year-old's body. Never mind. Oh, wait a second. Yeah, wrong layer. Wrong layer. You guys don't know, that's a Emperor's New Groove reference. Hopefully you guys catch that because I do it often. All right, now let's go back to Tana for a second. Let's just get her. And 2. Okay, so we got all the fingers. And now let's get the gauntlets and, oh, her armband. That's gonna be important. Need that. I don't know where Javen is right now. He's certainly not sitting around just waiting. He's probably trained to be awesome or something. Yeah, that sounds like something Javen would do. Trained to be awesome. Sounds like something he would say, actually. All right. So now let's get her gauntlet right here. So it looks like it's a little further up on her arm. Maybe, let's see a little bit in the back. That elbow. Draw on the layer, Crunk. Wrong layer! Why do we even have that layer? That is the epitome of the digital art experience, guys. Just asking questions about layers. We can probably pull Shrek in this conversation too. Cakes have layers, right? Onions have layers. Ogres have layers. Yeah, we need to get Yzma and Shrek in a room to discuss things that sound similar to either layer or lever. I think Yzma is one of my favorite villains. She's hilarious to me. Okay. I think we're looking pretty good, guys. Looking pretty good. Just a couple of little adjustments are going to be needed. I think Atana's got too sharp of a jawline. I think you could probably cut glass. So let's soften that up just a little. Yeah. I'm kind of feeling this. Feeling it. And I just remember Kayla's going to have that pattern on her lower leg too. It's like thick, thin, and then thick again. I don't like this right here. I think her arm's a little short, so I think it's probably closer to this instead. Yeah. DC Noah, what's up? Just stopping in to say hello and bring the love. Thank you for bringing the love. I appreciate it so much. Yep, 27 dogs. You ran out of names, so we ended up just kidding. Wait, you ran out of names? There's definitely more than 27 dog names, but I can understand the frustration. We ended up just giving them generic descriptive names like Fluffy White Boy, Fluffy White Boy, Buzz Cut, Handsome Boy, German Shepherd lookalike, Silver, Opposite, and Half and Half. Do they respond to that? Like, do they really respond to Fluffy White Boy? That one's the funniest to me. Like, what's up? Come here, Buzz Cut. Come here, boy. Oh my goodness, that's amazing. That's amazing to think about. Okay, so we're just gonna do a couple little things here, picking up the line work. You know, something I've been wanting to experiment with in general actually is thicker line work like they did in Samurai Champloo. If you guys don't know that anime, it came out in like 2004, 2005. It's basically hip hop mixed with Edo era Japan, and it's so cool. And they would do things like this is Mugen. Let me see if I can find an example. Like they would totally have a frame where his line just gets super thick right here, and I love that look. Can I find it still? I don't know if I can find an example of what I'm talking about. But thick lines kind of can help convey the hip hop aspect. So I'm actually going to make a new layer. Just name it thick. THICC because I spend too much time on social media. Let's see. Let's just make the line black just to. Actually, no, I take it back. Probably the best way to do it is match. And maybe even match the brush too. It's not the right color. Maybe that. Yeah, Kayla's face is looking pretty good right now. I like how this is coming out. I only have 3 now. Just got a new one and named him Greg. My middle school kids thought that name was hilarious. It is kind of funny when you name a dog like a normal name, like Paul or Greg or something like that. Most dogs I know are named like Fluffy or Poodles or Kirby or stuff like that. It's usually not just Greg. That's kind of on par with Up when Russell named the bird Kevin. There's something that about the name Kevin for a bird that is just amazing. You know what I mean? Like, what made you think that this was a Kevin? You know? Oh yeah, I kind of like this thick outline. You guys see that difference? Kind of liking it. Yeah, I like this drawing a lot. So what I'm gonna do, let's first put this under the glue. So we'll just call this sketch. And just for the fun of it, I'm just gonna do a quick color pass on this. So we're gonna duplicate this. I'll do line work another time, maybe on the next stream or something like that. But yeah, so just to real quick go over what we've done so far. We started off with this, Kayla having her hair done by her big sister Atana, big adopted sister, and then we did a quick sketch like this, and then we got Atana figured out, and Kayla, and then we had the thick outline. So now we got all that. We're going to delete those layers. We're going to merge this, and we're just going to make the lines black, and then we're going to color. Uh-oh, Christian's in the house. What up, man? The best character in Samurai Champloo is Rodriguez the Beetle. If you don't remember, he pushed another beetle off a log and won the main character some money. I do remember Rodriguez. That was hilarious. Oh my gosh. I feel like the thick line emphasizes her facial expression, like her hair is angry too. You know, it's really fun to do. Typically, so in animation, you typically have line weight be the exact same because it's easier to replicate. But I've been studying animation for so long that I forget that I'm actually not animating right now. I'm doing illustration. And so having a thick line actually makes it better and makes it more fun and vibrant to me. So I really gotta work with that. I also just noticed that Atana has this, I left the arrow on Atana's face. We only need one kid with an arrow on his forehead. And I think you all know who that is. All right, let's get to some color. I'm going to get my background texture that I like. Where is it? Is this it? Texture PNG. Yeah. Okay, let's get that to be a little bigger. You could do better than that, Clip Studio. I don't know why. I just made this texture randomly in Procreate one day, and it just suddenly became the default for everything Shadowboxer's backgrounds. So yeah. Are you going to place your characters in an environment? I was going to have it be a vignette, but I could have put them in an environment. I mean, they're just sitting on the floor, so whatever I do would have to obey that. And again, I'm not going to finish this drawing tonight. That wasn't even the plan. But there's their background. For now, we'll figure it out another time. Oh well, you just answered my question. Yeah, there's more of a vignette. I just want to do a bunch of character moments, just in general because it's so much fun, and I've been neglecting that. I've been doing single character stuff, but I do need to work on environments more. Part of it is quite honestly intimidation, uh, because environments have never been a strong suit of mine, and when uh, when you're trying to get things right and it's always not working, you can get very frustrated very easily. So that's a bad habit of mine. I know. Wait, you know what? I just thought something. Let's do this instead. Let's use our wits and select, and then we can do a fill. There we go. Now I could do the Cookie Mask a lot easier. Now we need is these two characters right here. Okay, so let's start with Etana. Let's get her skin game up. Probably just gonna do this in one layer. At least for her. I could do another layer for Kayla. Just because I don't need to be super clean with this since there's no real line work. So we'll just get kind of approximate. I'll go in and I'll do some form of cleanup. It's not going to be this messy, but yeah, I think you guys get what I'm saying. I do really like Clip Studio for this reason, though, where you can just have this tab open and it's not going to go anywhere. Photoshop doesn't really have that. Mara says, I got a dip, but it was fun watching this drawing come along. I'm glad you came, Mara. Appreciate you so much. Go enjoy your homework if that's possible. But you're doing the comics, so I mean, how bad could it really be? Drew Forehead's going to take a break now. I may or may not fall asleep. If you fall asleep, then I won't know any different. Just keep commenting, and then you can keep yourself up. The foreheads is pretty good because how long are you spending on your heads? Just out of curiosity. Got this purple. I just realized I didn't really design a ton of boots all the way. Oh well, we'll just do it now. What color did I even pick? I don't even know what color I just picked. Five to 10 minutes. Oh, okay, nice. Not bad. Not bad. That's a good time. Actually, don't need this section. Let's do one more song change. Although I do like the song, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, let's see. I'm gonna save the glow for later. I don't think it's fully necessary right now. Plus, the way the system I use to color, you need the glowiness to be separate. So, yeah, gotta be patient with it. Plus, it's kind of like a reward system. You know, it's like you put in all the work to do the drawing and, you know, get the right colors and all this stuff. And suddenly, at that moment, you can fill in, and then everything seems okay with the world. You know what I mean? Yeah, I know what I mean. Okay, let's get the haircuts, which is a word I just learned today, apparently. All right, there's a little bit more cleanup right now. This is going to need to be filled, so I can do that. I said I may fall asleep because we had a long weekend. One of my cats got sick, and he went to the big catnip garden in the sky yesterday, so I'm pretty out of it. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, man. I'm sorry to hear that. I know we have a lot of cat lovers on the stream. Show Mark some support, y'all. I was trying to keep myself busy. Yeah, I get that. It's not a bad thing to do to keep yourself busy. There's a lot more. There's plenty of ways to keep yourself busy. Drawing is not the worst thing I can think of. This is the more tedious part. This is where the line work would come in handy because I wouldn't have to worry about this as much. I would just be like click, 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 especially in Clip Studio. But now we're doing the quick route, the ghetto route, the lazy route, whatever you want to call it. There's probably a lot of things you could say about it. All right, now we can fill in Atan's eyes. One thing about this drawing that I chose, though, is that her goggles are on, her eyes are more white than anything. So let me go back and figure out her eye color. Is this the right one? This looks like it could be it. Excellent. All that just so I could get this color right there. I gotta say, it's fun experimenting with eye color on shadow boxers because everyone's got something a little bit different. Like Atana's got blue eyes, Ishnu's got green eyes, Javen and Seam have brown. Can't remember what color Aletha's eyes are at the moment. But it is fun. Making some variety. All right, now let's get into our girl Kayla. Start off with her big old hair. Oh, yeah. Oh yeah, Kayla also has pretty nice. Jordan, if her goggles were yellow tinted, wouldn't that change her eye color? color when she has them on. Yeah, actually, it does. So if you were to look here, her eye color's kind of got this. Basically, it's almost like white, pretty much. You're absolutely right. It would change the color of them. Technically, it really should all be yellow, but that's not what the Photoshop layer did. So, so it's not doing that. But yeah, you're absolutely right. Just here. Really right there. Yeah, I was like, that's too purple for this. Isn't that crazy? I could just tell the difference. It's like that's the same color sleeve. What are you trying to do, my child? Okay, she's got this kind of, I don't even know what color you call this. It's like a some type of green, but obviously, but I'm not exactly sure where I would categorize this. What would you categorize this color for her legs? What would you say it is? That's not it. There we go, that's better. She's got this kind of pinkish shirt with some blue stripes on. Thankfully, I don't have to worry about her hoverboard because she's not wearing it right now. Let's get that going. We're doing pretty good. Let's cut out this right here because this is Alatana's jurisdiction. All right, now let's get her the little pins that she wears on her shirt. And then obviously got to get the teeth and eyes. And that should do it, with the exception of the fun glowy pink on her. Probably could do a shadow layer really quickly too. Maybe I should do that. Yeah, so her finger's not going to be totally precise, but you guys still get it, right? I think you understand. I think you get it. That needs to be connected here. That needs to be connected. That doesn't look creepy at all, does it? All right, so now let's get to the pink. So let's how am I gonna do this? guess we'll just do the marker, and then we'll just do a Gaussian blur on top like normal. I like doing it that way because you have more control. Oh, I just realized I colored her sleeves wrong too. Oops, let me go back. There's this little section I forgot about. The arms. That's why you have color sheets, guys, specifically for those moments where you don't quite remember. Okay, and then got this pink here, then her shoes, pretty much all this is going to be in pink, and this right here, and some of that. Okay, so now let's do this, filter, blur, Gaussian blur, and now we can alter that a bit. Cool, there we go. I don't know how this happened though. That is not what I wanted. Excellent. All right, so now let's just do Etana and her yellow, and then that should do it for today. Bam, we got some there, got some there. Oh wait, that's not the right one, it's right here. Okay, and then I guess I probably could clip that if I wanted to. Okay. And she's got her little logo. I gotta admit, this is actually really hard to draw freehand because it's so small. So usually you'll just see me kind of, and probably what I'll do for the webcomic is actually just place an image there. That way I don't have to worry about that so much. All right, did I get everything? I think we got everything. All right, so now let's play this. Gaussian blur. It's gonna work. Gonna work. Those of you SpongeBob fans, you caught that. All right. Let's do this. That one's not glowing. And then, final step, we'll just do a quick pass of shadow. Okay, so the light can come from, I guess, upper left. So let's just do that. And again, this is meant to be super quick. This is not meant to be anything that's crazy accurate or whatever. Just to show a little bit of shadow. But as I'm wrapping this up, what do you guys think? Do you like our drawing here? Got to color in the lines blue here too. Yeah, let me know what you think. Let me know what other types of images or character moments you would want to see. You know, I think those of you guys who watch my streams regularly have some idea of the characters well enough, at least a little bit of personalities maybe. I don't expect you guys to know everything because I've been keeping that from you on purpose because no spoilers up in here. But yeah, if you guys have any ideas, please let me know. I'll be more than happy to consider them. And I just realized Tana's lips are actually filled in some different color too. So let's go back here. All right, and there we have it. That is our, what we call it, sister bonding hair salon piece. So obviously I'm going to go back in and I will, do a cleanup line drawing. Not today, but I think this is pretty fun. I think this is pretty fun. Let me see. Jordan, as much as I miss tech issues, is there a possibility you can go back to Photoshop for or two? Oh my gosh, it would be so nice to see how you do some of this in that software sans tech issues. So, actually, I was considering getting a little computer upgrade so that I could potentially run Photoshop a lot easier, because Photoshop is my main program that I use. So I don't like the tech issues, but once I get that set up, I would like to be able to move back into Photoshop and do some of this stuff. So yeah, but I'm glad you brought that up. Actually, what you're probably going to do for the webcomic is hand me the flat images to warp in. That's probably true. That's probably true. Megan, the drawing assistant. Yes, that would actually be really great. I like that. It seems like they're levitating. Oh shoot! I forgot to put a little ground plane. Well, I can do that in a second. I love the drawing, Jordan. I'm excited for more streams like this. Also, the best character moments to draw are the ones that appear in the comic script. That is true. That is true. We just need more scripts. I'm on a PC today, and there's a floating emoji thing on chat. Does anyone else have that? I don't know. And would it help the algorithm if I use all of them? I think just the more you comment, it helps the algorithm. I don't know if it's so much like the emojis. I don't mind emojis, but yeah, I don't think it's necessarily one of those things. It's like, oh, you're helping by putting a smiley face. Yeah, so that's really the thing there. Let me get the shadow here. Can I do this? There. Yeah, there we go. Oh, that's not the right one. There we go. Okay, let's put that multiply. What's the deal? Why is it not doing it? It's supposed to be doing something else. Okay. I don't know what just happened, but I'll take it. There we go. Let's take a big soft brush and just slightly. There we go. And then, oh wait, man, I always say that I'm like close to done, but then I keep noticing things. We didn't even get Kayla's hair. I just totally skipped over that. She should have shadow all up in here, all up in here. It also helps separate things. But yeah, Mark, to go back to the Photoshop question you had, I can't afford to run the stream on Photoshop in this state because it's frustrating for me and I can't get anything done. So I promise you, once we get the upgrades, then it'll be okay. But yeah, so let's do a quick overview of what we did in the stream, and then we'll just wrap it up. So first off, we started again with this loose sketch. I don't think anyone knew what it was going to turn into at this point. But we had the hair idea, then we had the frustration in both of their faces. Tana was a little bit more stiff in her pose, and so I'm glad we tilted her head a bit. Then we did something like this, finished that up, and then add the thick line, create a background, drew a really crappy environment, and then just add some color on top. So I think this is gonna be a fun moment. Now I actually want to write this in somewhere. I don't know how it's gonna appear or what, but this is a fun moment. So I want to thank you guys for joining the stream. I know there's only a couple of you guys on now, but for those who are watching the replay, I appreciate you nonetheless. Shadowboxers is still happening, it's still going strong, and I'll see you next week for our Spider Sonas. All right, guys, take care. Peace.